Baptism is simply the representation of the death, the burial, and the resurrection of Jesus Christ. And when we're baptized into water, it represents us dying and rising again into life. And as Christians, this is something very biblical. This is something that Jesus calls us and asks us to do. Water to me is life. It has been life in many ways. When I go to the beach, I can't help but to see the ocean, to hear the waves. When I go to the mountains and see a lake, the reflection of the moon, the rain falling from the sky. When I turn on the faucet, when I take a bath, when I go to a hot tub, water is everywhere. And I can't help but to think about God and all that. And I can't help but think about the baptism that I was a part of. When I was baptized by water. And when I look out into the ocean and I see this body of water, I can't help but to think of my baptism. I can't help but to think of the significance of what water is and what baptism is. And it's the death and it's the burial and it's the resurrection of Jesus. And it's who God is in me and the life that I have because of Jesus Christ and me saying, God, you are Lord. There's something significant about this idea of water, this idea of life. You know, there's something that cries out in my soul that says, I love this place. I can hear the ocean. I can feel the breeze. I can look up to the sky and I know that God is He's more real than ever. I particularly like coming to the beach because of the water. In the summer, I like going into the water. In the winter, it's too cold, but I still enjoy coming to the beach and bringing a sweatshirt or a blanket and sitting and just listening to the water. I think there's a special place in my heart because being baptized by water is something that I believe is so significant to us and that Jesus calls us to do, and that John the Baptist baptized Jesus in water. It all comes together to me, and I feel like every time I see water, every time I'm involved in water, every time someone's baptized or whatever it is with water, I believe with all my heart that it is still something that always reminds me of that day that I was baptized, and I believe that changed the course of my life forever. And even when I brush my teeth in the morning and turn on that faucet, even that reminds me of Jesus. It reminds me of my baptism, and it reminds me of who I am. So I'm glad that this world is covered in water. I'm glad that water comes from the sky and rains down on me. I'm glad that I could go home and grab a bottle of water. Because in a sense, water, like my baptism, like my God, is the most important thing in this life.